What's going on, guys? It's Easton Harris here, and in this video we're going to be going over Metatrader 4, the mobile app. So I'm going to show you guys how to download that, how to set up a demo account, and just kind of go through the back end of that app so you guys know how to use everything. Okay, so I'm on the App Store now. I'm going to type in Meta, and hopefully this pulls up. I just closed everything out, so it might be a little slow. There we go. Okay, Metatrader 4. Alright, so we want Metatrader 4 Forex trading. Okay, so I'm going to download that. And then, let's see, open this up. Okay, Metatrader 4. I'd like to send you that. Nah. Now, it's opened up here. And it's not giving me anything right here. But first, let's set up a demo account. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to settings. Okay, I'm gonna click. See, I don't have an account here. You can click trade accounts. There's no trade accounts active. I'm gonna go to new account. Okay, I'm gonna click on open a demo account. I'm gonna use their feed. Okay, you're gonna type in your phone number, your email. All right, and then click this. That just means okay, it's going into U.S. dollars. So everything that you make is gonna be translated into U.S. dollars in your trade account. You can pick your leverage from 1 to 1 to 1 to 100. All right, and you can change your deposit. So automatically, it's going to set you up to deposit $100,000 in demo money. You can put 5 million in there. You can put 3,000 in there. Take your pick. All right, guys. So once you click register, it's going to give you your passwords and stuff, and then you want to screenshot that. Click done, and it'll bring you back to this page. This is the quotes page. You can see bottom left-hand corner. It's lit up blue. Quotes. This is what this gives you. This is your list of currency pairs. Okay, so we have CAD yen, Euro pound, Euro New Zealand. The name of the currency pairs are on the left-hand side, and those are in black. The numbers on the left are fluctuating between red and blue, and what that means is basically if the currency pair has blue numbers next to it, that just means the last move was to the upside, and these are based off very minute moves, so these are going to fluctuate back and forth. As you can see, they're turning red, going back to blue, back to red. So that's all that means. If it's red, that move was to the downside. If it's blue, that move was to the upside. And these are very small fluctuations, okay, guys? So don't base anything off that. If you click Advanced at the top, right now this is the simple view. If you click Advanced, right here we'll see the pairs on the left-hand side. You'll see the spread underneath it. Okay, so, and kind of to line this up for you guys, you can see for CAD yen, for instance, the large number there says 15 for the low, and then for the high it says 20. So there's about a 5 pip spread there. It's more like 4.5. Okay, if you count the numerators up top here and these exponentials here. But if you look, CAD yen, right, in black, right underneath it, it says spread and it says 44. That does not mean there's 44 pips worth of spread. It means that there's 4.4 or 4.6 now pips of spread. Okay, so that's just a really easy way. On Euro New Zealand, you can see the spread's 11 pips, 11.5. You know what I mean? So that's a real easy way to see what the spreads are before entering a trade. Okay, so that's the advanced view, and that's what I like to use. Now, if you want to edit the pairs here on this page, you can go to the top left, click the pencil, and you can sit here and you can actually delete pairs. So say I want to delete those, click the pencil again. Now I've only got these 2 pairs. If I want to add some pairs, I can go to the right-hand side, top right, click the plus button, click Forex, and I can click these buttons here. Okay, whatever pair, click the green plus. If you want to take a look at that pair, say you like GJ, click GJ, and okay, we'll click done. And now you can see that we've got more pairs. The last one that we added was GJ, which you can see at the bottom right now has a spread of about 8.5 pips. Okay, so that's pretty much this page. Now from this page, if I want to look at GJ, I can click it, and this will pull up, and I can click chart. Okay, and it'll take me to the GJ chart. Alright, now which is also our next button. on the in the lower quadrant here. So we're at quotes. Now we're on the chart button. Now, if you're at quotes and you want to look at GJ again, you don't physically have to tap it and go through that. If you just click chart, it'll take you to the most recent chart you were on. Okay, so you can flip back and forth from quotes to chart. Now, if you want to look at a different chart, you need to click it and click chart. Now we're looking at Euro New Zealand on the 4-hour time frame. If I go back to quotes, go to chart again, you can see that it takes me back to Euro New Zealand. Okay, now on this page here, you can see on the top left corner, it says Euro New Zealand H4, and at the very top above Euro New Zealand, there's H4. If you click that, this menu drops down for the time frame, and it'll go away. There it goes. It'll go away after a little bit, but if you click it and you want to look at the 1-hour time frame, click H1. It'll pull up the 1-hour time frame. If you click it, you want to look at the daily time frame, click D1. It'll take you to the daily time frame, and you have the M1, which is 1 minute, all the way down to MN, which is monthly. Okay, so you got 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. Okay, so that's how you alternate between the different time frames here. Now, this next button to the right of that, more so towards the center left-ish, is a crosshair button. Okay, so if you click that, it pulls up this crosshair, and you can actually move it around, and you can see specific price points. Okay, so if you see the crosshair here, if you look right of it, you'll see that specific price point where that crosshair lies. Okay, below it shows the date going across for the chart. So at the bottom of the crosshair, you can see it says the 24th of October, 2019. To the right of it, it says 1.75400, which is the price point that it's at currently. Okay, and if you want to figure out what price it was at for that date, you'd simply just put it on the candlestick, and it gives you the date and that price point. Okay, this is very helpful when looking for stop losses and take profits. Okay, because if you want to enter a trade and you want to put your stop loss above this high right here, okay, well, we'll just go move where we would want our stop loss to be, and that gives us that numerical number that we can then type in to our stop loss, and we'll get into that when we get to the trade button. Okay, but that's all that does. So that's helpful there. To get rid of that, you just have to click the crosshair button again up top, and it goes away. Now, the next button here is the indicator button. Okay, so if you click that, it's going to take you to the main window here, and you can click that, and you can add different indicators. I don't like indicators, so I don't use them, but feel free to go ahead and use them if you'd like. If that's your style, that's fine. I don't use them. Okay, so I don't really use that button at all. The next button, you'll see a triangle, a circle, and a square here, and this is going to be your technical analysis tools. Okay, so if you click that, you can see that we've got our box, our Fibonacci's, our vertical line, our horizontal line, our trend line. So I'm going to click the trend line just to kind of show you guys, and you can see top right corner of the chart, the trend line is selected. Now I can just click and drag my finger across the screen, and I can move this trend line around. You can see wherever my finger is, it's going to magnify top left of the screen so that I can place it exactly where I want and my finger's not in the way. Okay, so that's that. Pretty nice and easy here. I can move this whichever direction I want, set it up to wherever I want. Maybe I want it coming down here, you know, something like that. Now I can click that. If I click it and the dots go away, that means I can't move it. So if there's dots, I click it again, the dots go away. I can't move it, which means if I touch it with my finger, it's not going to move. Okay, if I click and hold it, I can delete it. Or I can go to properties. I'm going to go to properties, and here I can sit here and I can tell it to array. I can have it only show up on certain time frames. I can change the style of it. You know, maybe you want it to be purple, click done. Now the trend line's purple. Okay, and that pretty much goes for every technical tool in there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the technical tool button here. And if you don't see something that you normally use, you can click Add Object, and it opens up all these other technical tools that you can use. Okay, so Shapes are down here. The rectangle is what I use for zones. You know, there's Fibonacci retracement here. A lot of different things through here. Horizontal lines, trend lines, big one. You know, so those are all right there. I'm going to click back. It'll have whatever you frequently use there by the time that you use those tools a few times. Okay, so, and you can see current symbol down here underneath that. It says on the daily time frame, there's a trend line right now. If we want to delete that, we can do that from the chart, or we can literally do it right here. I can hit delete. That trend line is now gone. Okay, so super easy there. So that pretty much goes for all the technical tools. You can change the colors, what they look like. You can use whatever is available there. I personally don't mark up charts on my phone. I like to do that on the computer. So, but some people like to do that. So that's how you do that. The next button, top right, says trade. Okay, so that's very simple. We're going to click that. And now here's where we're entering a trade. You can see it says Euro New Zealand at the top. That's what pair we're looking at. That's what we're fixing to take a trade on. It says instant execution. This is not a pending order. When we hit the button, this order is going to go in, and we're going to change this. We're going to change the lot size to a 10 lot. And I just clicked it and typed that in. Okay, so super easy. You can do it that way, or if you're into that, you can click these buttons to the right. It says plus 0.01. Okay, if you just click that, it'll just add 0.01 every time to the lot size, or you can click 0.01 to the right of that, and it'll add that to the lot size as well. Likewise, on the left side, you'll see the numbers are still blue, but they have the minus sign instead of the plus sign. So same thing, you can click those, and it will lower the lot size manually like that. Okay, but we want this to be a 10 lot. Stop loss, take profit, don't have yet. You can see the spread here, 34 to 45. We're going to go ahead and let's take a sell. Okay, it's a demo account. It's going to ask you to accept that. We're in the game. We're in a sell trade. Okay, now you can see where it says sell 10 lot. Okay, but you can't see the actual line for it. Okay, like where is the entry at? Right, so really quick, we're going to hop over to the settings button. Oh, it's there. It's actually there. Sorry, we were just right on it. All right, we'll get to the settings button shortly. So that is the trade button, right? We are now in this trade, and I can use my crosshairs here, right? And say I want to put my stop loss above this high right in here. So I'm going to lift it up a little bit higher than that, and we're going to say 1.7366. We're going to round up there. So 1.7366. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the trade button in the middle at the bottom. Okay, that's the next button we're going to look at. So I'm going to click this. Okay, here you can see where the trade's at. All right, now really quick, let's go over this at the top. We have negative $681. Okay, it's red. Okay, that means we're in drawdown. Every trade starts out in drawdown, not a big deal. Okay, now you'll see balance says $100,000. That's what we started with, right? That's what we put in this demo account. Equity says $99,324, and that changes constantly with the price change of Euro New Zealand since we're in the trade. So the balance is what you have put in. The equity is what you have if you closed out right now. This is what you have with your trades running currently. Okay, the margin here says 11,000. That's not going to change unless we take more trades, increase the lot size on or something like that. That margin's not going to change. What that $11,000 means that with this amount of risk on the table, running a 10 lot on a $100,000 account, if the account gets down to $11,000, it's going to get margin called, which means it's going to get shut off automatically. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it hits a stop loss or not. It's going to automatically get shut off by the broker. Okay, now your free margin down here will also change. Okay, it says 88,242. You can see it changing now with the change in price. That is how much more negative you can go before you get to that $11,000 and it gets margin called. That's all that is. Okay, so you'll see positions. We got Euro New Zealand. It says we're in a sell on a 10 lot, okay? Underneath that it says our entry and then an arrow to where price is currently at. Okay, so if you're ever wondering what your entry is on a certain pair, you can find it right there underneath Euro New Zealand. Okay, the arrow is where it's currently at, but the first number there, 1.71339, that's where we entered. Okay, so that's that. Now, on this chart here, I can click this pair and open it up. It'll show me my stop loss, my TP, which I don't have one right now. The ID, the swap, taxes, charges. There's no swaps or anything like that right now because market turnover was just earlier. So not a deal, not a big deal right now. I'll close that. I'll just tap it again to close it. Now what I want to do is I want to modify this really quick. I'm going to go back to chart. Okay. I want to remember what this number is, 1.737. Okay, 1.737. I'm going to go back to trade. I'm going to click and hold it. I'm going to click modify. Our stop loss is 1.737. Okay, so we're going to modify it now. Okay, cool. Got modified. Now if I go back to chart, I can see that there's my stop loss. I'm going to get rid of the crosshairs. My stop loss is the red dotted line. You can see it has the number for that order number and it says SL for stop loss. Okay. Now if I wanted to set a TP, I could also do that. I might have to go to the higher time frame and look at something down here. Let's say we want to go to this low, this recent low right here. That is 1.702. We're going to round up. 1.702. So I'll go back to trade. I'll click and hold, click modify. This time I'll go to take profit and put in 1.7203. I don't know what we have in there. It's not going to let me do that. 1.703. Let's do that. Okay. So now if I go back to chart, you can see there is my take profit. It's towards those lows right there. It's where I want it to be. You know, this stop loss and TP, I'm just trying to show you how to put it in. It's not ideal trade, okay? But that's how you would put it in. Now, if I go back to trade, okay, we're running a 10 lot, okay, sell trade. Now, if I want to close out partial profits, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click and hold again. This thing pops up here. I can go back to the chart. I can trade it from right here. If I know what it looks like, I can modify the stop loss and take profit. But let's do a partial close. Okay, so I'm going to click close. All right, now I can close this entire trade right now by just hitting close with loss. You can see that the entry here is kind of like you would enter a trade. It's the same thing. You can adjust the lot size here for what you're closing out. So I'm running a 10 lot. Maybe I want to close half of it. So I'm going to close a 5 lot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close that with a loss. Okay, now I closed half of that position out, and now I still have the other half running. See how that works? So that's how you close out a partial profit there. Now, and this is the trade button. Now if I go to history, okay, which is the next button at the bottom, I'll click history. You guys can see the deposit of $100,000 from the demo. And the sell trade that was closed out. We only closed out half of it, so it says that we closed out a sell trade on a 5 lot for negative 260. We still have the other one going. Okay, so if I come through and I close this out, just close the rest of it out, I go back to history, now both of them were closed out. Okay, so and that was that started off as one trade, we just cut that into 2. Alright, so that's how you do that. You can look at the weekly, the monthly. You can customize what time frame you're wanting to look at for your history. We're only having these few trades for this day, so there's not going to be any other history here. Now, let's take a look at the settings button here. Actually, really quick. You guys can see that at the bottom of the screen says profit, negative 514. That's how much money we lost altogether. Our deposit was $100,000. The balance in the account currently is $99,485. Okay, so that's that. Now, if I go back to trade, the trade button, you'll see that there's no trades running. Okay, and you can see my balance, equity, they line up because there's no trades running, so they're going to be the same. Margin is 0 because there's no risk on the table, there's no trades. So everything looks good. Okay, now let's take a look. Let's go back to history and we'll make our way over. There's this again. Let's click settings. So it's going to be at the bottom right hand corner. Click settings. Now here you can see this is kind of where you can adjust some things. So if you want to add another account, if you want to add a live account for instance, you click this, log into an existing account, or if you create a demo account on your broker's website, you may want to do that because you'll have more options, more things to trade. You know, some brokers have Bitcoin, stuff like that, so that'll actually free that up if you link their demo account to this Metatrader 4. And so if you want to open up a live account or a demo account that you made through your broker specifically, you can go into log into existing account, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to type in the server for that, which the broker will give you. Okay, so you'll look for that and then type in the passwords and stuff and log into that, and everything will be synced up. Okay, so super easy. That's the new account. If you click these accounts up here, you can see there's the current account, and there's current accounts and the trade accounts. So there's the demo accounts here that I've played with for this video. If you come down, you're not really going to want to use any other button on this page except for the charts button. So all this other stuff, I wouldn't even really worry about it. Okay, so the new account button and the charts button, which is third from the bottom, we're going to be looking at that one. So I'm going to click that. And you can see this is where we can start to play with our chart layout. Okay, so if I click bar chart, we're on candlestick charts right now. If I click bar chart and I go back and click chart, you can see that our candlesticks have now turned to bars. Alright, so if I go back to settings and I go back down to charts, let's do candlesticks, and you can see that they're candlesticks now. Alright, now I don't like this color scheme, so I'm going to go to settings, charts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of design these colors here. So my bullish candlestick, I want to be green. My bearish candlestick, I want to be red. Okay, click save. My line chart, don't really care for that. Trade the levels, let's make that yellow. Let's get crazy. Okay, stop levels, we'll do that, that's fine. Alright, and then I'll go back to charts here, click charts, and you can see that it looks totally different now. Okay, I've got green bullish candles, I've got red bearish candles, and you can adjust these however you want, guys. You can play with this. You can change all these colors here. So see, bar up, yes, bar down. Let's make red as well. That'll make it look a little cleaner. Okay, so it looks way cleaner now that I did that. It's not that that green fog across it. So there's that. That's how you do that. You can change the backgrounds, the foregrounds, all right here in the colors tab. So I mean, you can literally change all these colors you see here, the foreground, all that stuff. Okay, so super easy stuff there. That's how you use that, and that's going to be the only other button that you're really going to want to use. Okay, you can add volumes, you can add the ask price line, the period separators if you wish. I don't use any of that, but you can, for instance, the volumes, if you click that and you go back to the chart, you can see now at the bottom we have these volumes. Okay, I don't like those, so I'm going to turn them back off, volumes, and they're gone. Okay, so super simple, guys, super easy to navigate through. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out personally. I feel like we've covered most of everything here. We even did the partial profits thing really quick. We took a sell trade. I'll show you guys what it looks like to take a buy trade. So I'm going to go to chart. Okay, this is the chart. Let's say I want to take a buy trade instead. I'm going to click trade up top. top right. I'm going to click buy. We've entered a buy. Now you can see the buy trade, 5 lot there. If I go to trade, you'll see that it says Euro New Zealand buy, 5 lot in blue this time. Okay, and then we started off negative, as you guys know. Okay, and one more time, click and hold. I can modify, which takes me to the take profit and stop loss. I can trade it right from here. So if I want to trade it again, it'll just pull that back up. I don't want to add another position. Click hold. Click chart, takes me back to chart just as the chart button would. Click and hold, close. I want to close out a partial. I'm going to close out half, so I'm going to close out 2.5, close. And there you go. I've still got, so history, you'll see that buy trade was closed out. And my trade's still running 2.5. Okay? So all these trades start off negative. Don't worry about it, guys. Just the spread. You know, I'm not going to sit here and let these trades play out. But yeah, guys, that's how you use MT4. So super easy. Again, you can look at it like this. Bottom, remember, guys, the spread. You can see it. It says spread right underneath the currency name. Okay, so it's an easy way to do that. Just remember, if it says 47, for instance, CAD Yen says 46 right now, it really means 4.6. Okay, so these are not whole numbers. There's a decimal place in between the far right number, okay, and the number to the left of that. So just remember that, guys. There's not 37 pips of spread on Euro Pound right now. It's 3.7. So don't get that confused. Don't freak out. But yeah, guys, I hope this helps you navigate through the Metatrader 4 app. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me or your upline know. You know, I'm happy to help, and I hope you guys found this easy to understand, and I hope it helps get you rolling, guys. All right, so I'm going to dive into a video for TradingView, and I'll see y'all on that one.